So, kind of the topic of what it is that I want to talk about today is, do you really need a plan? Do you really need a plan for your life? And being in business as long as I've operated several businesses over the past 3 decades of my life. I'll actually be 50 years old this year. And so many times, especially when you talk about business or planning for your life or something like that, everyone talks about creating a map, a plan. Shucks, even if you go back to when you were a teenager and you had to make this lifelong decision by the time you graduated high school, or graduated college. You had to make this decision on what you were going to do for the rest of your life. You had to, and when you think about it in the context of how do you plan the next 80 years of your life, or 60 years or 50 years from the time that you're like 19 years old, how do you plan that out? Even when you're looking to enter into college and things of that nature, people want you to pick a major. You've got to decide all these things at a very early age. And quite honestly, the world is shifting from that. It is definitely shifting from that, because when you think about your own life and when you think about what it is that you've done in your own life, how many of those decisions that you've made from a very early age were like really the thing? And think about how many times people go to college and they pick a major and they get a major and they get a degree and a master's degree, so on and so forth, and they never do anything with it. From the time we're born, we have people planning out our lives. And so many times, especially when you get to around 13, 14, 15, in those years, and you're really starting to maybe think about what it is that you want to do for the rest of your life. My wife just sent me a text. When you think about what you want to do for the rest of your life at that young age, just becoming a teenager, it may never really be the thing that you ultimately do. I think so many times our dreams get squashed by our environment, by our conditioning. I mean, and when you say something that you want to do that seems so amazing to you, and then you have someone like a teacher or a parent or a family member or a friend say, oh, well, that's not going to happen. That's pie in the sky. It's like a voodoo curse. I love Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he talks about like a voodoo curse as basically being someone making a statement that derails you from your vision, or someone making a statement like you go into the doctor and they give you a diagnosis, or they tell you you've got 3 months to live or a year to live. It's like a voodoo curse. Now you believe it. And belief is such a strong thing. Feelings around the beliefs are such a strong thing. And so when you talk about, do you really need a plan for your life? Now, obviously, there's some things that we need to plan for, but can I go just a little bit deeper here with you? Can I go to a place where maybe people don't even think about going? And the place that I want to go to with this is, oops, I pressed the wrong button. You have this grand vision, probably even now. There have been things that you've been contemplating. There are things that you've been thinking about for some time, and you call it a fantasy. And that fantasy is actually that highest level of service, that highest part of who you are that you should actually be doing. And when you think about it in that context, and I'm talking about that thing that, and you may have heard me say before so many times, that thing that scares you to no end is probably the thing that you ought to be doing. Need to stop this dinging from going on. That thing that people will tell you that you're crazy for even contemplating doing is the thing that you ought to be doing. And if I can get a little bit personal here, saying that I'm a spiritual leader is scary. It was one of those things when I realized that that's who I am and that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And actually, I've known this my whole life since I was at least the age of 13. I've known that I was meant to be a spiritual leader, and I got derailed. I got derailed from conditioning. I got derailed from religion. I got derailed from, who do you think you are type of my own mindset thinking. And when you make a statement, especially an I am statement, I am a spiritual leader, and whatever your I am statement will become or is, it is the thing that brings you power. It is the thing that you need to be doing because it is your gift to the world. And so when you think about the grand vision of what it is that you want to be in this life, and I don't care if it's a personal thing, I don't care if it's a business goal or whatever it is, but your purpose in life. When you discover and realize what your purpose is in life, it's probably a very intimidating thing. It's probably something that causes you a little bit of anxiety. And that anxiety stems from around your own self-worth and belief in what it is that you're meant to do and who it is that you're meant to be. And especially if people are not supportive of what it is that you may have expressed that you want to do in life. And here's the thing, no one has control over that dream because it's your dream. No one has control over the outcome of what's going to happen because it's your destiny. It's your purpose. From time to time over the years that I've been in, especially the coaching space, I get extremely personal with things that I've struggled with. I get personal about things that I question. And even along the path and the journey of being a spiritual leader, I am very transparent about where I am in the moment. In this moment right now, I'm confident. You can probably see the shift that I made even during this live stream from the time that I began, where I was flustered because I was trying to figure out something new. And then as I got going and talking about this, I became extremely focused, am extremely focused, and am just feeling what it is that I ought to be talking about with you today. So do you need a plan? Here's the thing. Grab a hold to that big vision that you have. Know and paint that picture so firmly in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, that when you close your eyes, you see it. That when you close your eyes, that movie is playing of what it is that you're doing, how it is that you're interacting, how it is that you're showing up to the world, to the people that need the gifts that you have. Because when you're your authentic self and you're vulnerable and you're doing those things that you know that you're meant to do, there's power in that. Even though at times it may be a bit scary. But here's the thing. Once you're able to paint that picture of who it is that you want to be, not maybe who it is that you are right now, but you've got to know that who it is that you want to be, you've got to start walking towards that dream and that vision. And you've got to embody that now, because that is actually who you are. So when you're able to paint that picture and watch that movie in your mind's eye and feel the feelings of what it means to live that way now, how do you plan to get there? Well, here's the kicker. You don't have to. All you have to be is open to the path. You don't force the path. You don't try and make it happen, because literally it's already happened. Your thought about it, your emotional content to it, you seeing it, it's already there. It's just a matter of faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It's already done. It's in physical, it is already done. All you now have to do is walk in it. So it's not about making a 5-year plan of how this is going to occur. All you must do is embody what you want to occur. Feel what it feels to be that person. Feel what it feels like to live like that person would. If you took a thought right now about yourself, what is the highest thought that you could have of yourself? Who is it that you actually want to show up to the world as? It's probably different than how you're showing up right now. So all you have to do when you grab the vision of who that person is that you want to be, live it now. Live it now. and trust that God, the universe, your higher self is going to show you the exact right way to have this unfold. As a matter of fact, it's going to unfold it for you in a surprising manner. If you knew how to make that happen, you would have already. But when you allow God or the universe, your higher self, to unfold it in the way that's right for you, all you have to do is have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. I hope this made sense. Once again, I'm sorry for the little flub at the beginning of this. This is the first time I'm using this method with Zoom to live stream on Facebook, and I'm going to be using this a lot more. And I would love your comments below. Talk to me about your vision. What is your vision for the future, for yourself? What do you want to have occur? And nothing is outside of the realm of possibility. And as a matter of fact, at some point in your life, you thought about what that is, and you let others steal it from you. Take it back, own it, and start walking in your vision today. Well, thanks for being with me on this first ever live stream for what it is that I'm doing. And I appreciate you for being here. I wish you nothing but the best. I love you. And I wish nothing but blessings in you, through you, and all around you. You take care. Bye now.